Thank you for letting me know. Mhm. Mm. Hmm. Hey, Angela. How are you tonight? Thanks for joining me. I didn't think anyone was going to join me tonight. Are you working on anything? Oh, I'm just working on a red scarf for the foster children campaign. Yeah, I see a lot of people doing those pocket shawls. They are the rave, it seems, this year. I've been working on beanies this past week trying to get some items to add to my Etsy page. I'm still hoping for a sale this month, but doesn't look like it's going to happen. Well, what can you do but keep trying? That's my goal, just to keep trying. Oh, you made one. Oh, I don't know that name. Hi, Consuelo. Oh, you're making scarves for requests. Good for you. Yeah, I'm just working on beanies and scarves just to try to get some. Well, the scarves are for the foster children, and the beanies are for my Etsy shop. And I'm gonna work on some other things. It's just not enough hours in a day to accomplish all the goals that you set for yourself. Especially when you work full time and you work more than 40 hours, you have to put in all those extra hours to stay afloat. What else is here? You too. I was on last week, but of course I had it set up wrong and I had it on private and I didn't realize it until about 10 minutes in, just sitting here crocheting, wondering, nobody's come, but it was my fault. Technology and me are not friends. I am trying to be their friend, but they're not being my friend. That's why you have to have a young person that understand these things. But my daughter keeps running away. She's not running away, but she has a job now. Thank God. Yeah, Consuelo, I found this through the Tunisian crochet channel. He did a short video about it. So I put this on my list of charities. So I'm going to do 10 red scarves because I did the Hat Not Hate um, for Lion Brand. And I did 10 hats for that. And I'm going to do 10 red scarves, at least 10. Who knows? I might get in the mood and do some more. But I have until December 15th to get them all done and sent out. So, well, I should say, I'm sure they want them before December 15th. So that's what I'm working on. Hopefully get all that done and try to put more things in my Etsy shop. And I'm still working on Graphghans that I have totally messed up. But I'm going to just work on it and see what it turns out, how it turns out, because my count is so off and I'm so mad with myself because I don't know how my count would be so off. But somehow it is. next GraphGAN that I do, I'm definitely going to take it to Home Depot so that they can enlarge the pattern so I can see those little boxes. I'm sure that is one of the issues why I would miscount, because those boxes are not big enough for my eyes to see anymore. So I was very disappointed when I figured out I had all those missed. Hi, Dana. How are you tonight? Thank you for joining me. Are you working on anything tonight? I'm doing a basic half double crochet back loop only scarf for my the charity donation for the foster children. Figured I'd try to do something that's quick and mindless, because I'm going to be watching a football game later on, so I want to do something I can just do without having to count and all of that. Because I messed up my GraphGAN. I'm so upset with myself, but I'm going to keep working on it because I want to see, you know, what it looks like with all of my mistakes. And then I'll probably start it all over again once I get it finished. I'll go and get the pattern enlarged at Office Depot and start all over again if it comes out too weird looking. Trial and error, trial and error. So, and I'm hoping that I learned a lot as I'm doing this, because I don't like. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, yeah, I do it right. With what's her name? Stitchin' Diva, Creative Stitchin' Diva, the one that I watched with the GraphGANs, and she doesn't like to sew in ends, so she has her little trick to try to minimize the having to weave in ends. So I am hoping, because I'm going to use this one that I messed up, and I'm going to wash it to see if my strings, all my ends stay in, so that I can know if it's a success or not. Success or not. That is one of my big things with crocheting, is making sure all your ends stay in and they're not all peeping out. Hello, Sonia. How are you? Thank you for joining me. Are you working on anything tonight? And if you all didn't hear when I said it before, I was on last Saturday, but I had it on private. I clicked on the wrong thing and had it on private, and I was sitting here for 10 minutes before I realized it had been on private. And then when I tried to change it, it didn't work. So I was on my live alone, and I was like wondering, like, no one has showed up. So tonight I was like wondering, I say, okay, did I lose my few that do show up? Did I lose them by not being there last Saturday? But you all showed, and I truly appreciate it. I haven't been watching a whole lot of YouTube because I've been working. I took 10 days off in August for my birthday, and I swear, ever since I returned to work, I just have it just threw me off kilter on a lot of stuff. So, and plus, I've been focused on trying to redo my Etsy shop site and my YouTube banner, all this stuff that I didn't think about before until I started going to some other groups that are business focused. And I was like, oh, I never thought about doing stuff like that. That's a good thing when you expand your horizon. But I have to stick with my crochet people because although they are crafters, I still feel like I'm on an island alone because a lot of them, none of them, actually, when I did one of their get-togethers, there was a lady there that crocheted, but that crochet was not her main thing that she does. So I was pretty much listening to people that make jewelry and cups and do resin and all that stuff. So I have to stick with like-minded people just to see how they do. And Creative Stitch and Diva, she is pure crochet. So it's good to hear her insight on how she gets her sales, and her graph cans are just awesome. Awesome. If I had the time, I would probably be awesome too. But I don't have the time. And I think that's why I messed up my graph can, is because between work and then you go and say, okay, where'd I leave off? And then a lot of the stuff is in black. And everybody knows black is hard to see in those little square boxes, trying to count them right. But I am going to keep going forward. Um, Sonia's asking about which pocket shawl. Oh, hi Sharon, I didn't see you there. Thanks for joining me. I'm not doing any of the pocket shawls. I don't particularly care for them. So I've never, I haven't seen one that's like, oh yeah, let me try that one. I don't, um, it's not something that I'm interested in doing right now. But I keep looking at them just to see if there's a pattern that catches my eye. So you ladies, let me know how much money you make off of those shawls. I'm sure people are making good money making them. But I haven't seen any of them that I really want to sit down and make. But I'm glad to see you all are doing it. Opens my eyes to different patterns to see which one I would want to try. Yeah, I've seen those thigh highs, like they don't seem to ever go out of style. I see the younger crocheters really love doing them. I did this, and it's such a big sock, but I did it. And it's in Florida State colors. They're not my team, but they are in Florida, so that was my tryout to see how it turned out. So I'll work on some more of those. And I saw a really cute booty pattern for babies that I want to try. Oh, I really need to go to the Hobium. Has anyone ever ordered from Hobium other than Crystal from Bag O' Day Crochet? The booty pattern, the person that did the booty, she used Caputo. I think it's Caputo, 100% cotton yarn, and it looks so nice because I don't think the Lion Brand 24/7. I actually made a top using that, and I don't think it's really soft, but looking at that Caputo, looked really soft. Let me see. I don't know Sonia Hood either. So that's 2 channels I'm going to have to go check out. Are they channels or is it a written pattern, Dana, from Sonia? And who was the other one? Someone else said someone else. Oh, Sonia's doing a baby blanket. Oh, how sweet. I'm looking back. Don't see. Dania, is Sonia Hood, is that a, does she have a channel or is that a pattern? I know people don't, a lot of people don't use patterns these days. Everybody's on YouTube. I haven't done a video in such a long time, a tutorial, I should say. Anyone a football watcher? I'm glad the season is back. I won't be going to watch any games, unfortunately. And our governor seems to think it is okay to open up the state. So we will see. When they open up the bars, it is not going to be pretty. Okay, I'm finally at the end. Yay! Mhm. I had to change my auto insurance. I had Geico, but they kept raising my rates. I thought it was ridiculous. I said, at my age, I shouldn't be paying this much for auto insurance. I don't have any accidents. I don't drive anywhere because I work from home, and I don't have any speeding tickets. Why is my insurance going up? So I called, and the lady says, "Oh, that happened to me too. It's across the board. Everybody's insurance went up." So I told one of my friends, and she says, "Oh, I'm with State Farm. You want their information?" I said, "Absolutely." And I called the State Farm rep, and I nearly passed out when she told me what my rate would be. It is over $600 savings. I was like, I knew I was paying way too much for Geico. I felt like I was paying for every accident someone else had, not me. So now I'm with Jake from State Farm. And I'm hoping that it lasts a very long time, that my rate stays very low, because I was really shocked. And until she actually sent the paperwork, I still couldn't believe that that was the rate for 6 months. And what I was paying for Geico, I could have paid for the 6 months in 2 payments, almost 2 payments with Geico. Oh, yeah, almost 2 payments with Geico would have paid 6 months for State Farm. Ridiculous. Oh, is it Aja Joe? Aja Joy? Okay. Angela, thank you for telling me that. Someone keeps me straight, so I will check that out definitely. I haven't looked at any new. What have I seen lately? I don't know. I think just the booties that I saw from Seren. I think that's her name, Seren. They look so cute. So I'm gonna try them with the. Let me see what cotton. Uh, I have the cotton blend. I'll use that because it's soft, it's much softer than the 24/7. And I don't like the ice cotton that I bought either. And the sugar and cream is too thick as far as I'm concerned. Sugar and cream is better for household stuff, not for babies. I've been with Geico. It was almost when I went to Geico, I was with I can't remember who I was with, but their rates were going up, and so I had my daughter to check to see whose rate was lower. And at the time, Geico's rates were lower. And then when my daughter had an accident 4 years ago, of course they jacked up my rate, but it just kept going up and up and up and up. And I was like, why does it keep going up? So Jake from State Farm has won me over because when I can save $600 a year, I'm very happy. I still couldn't. And she was like, "We don't increase your rates ridiculously like the other insurance." And I said, "Okay." And my friend has been with State Farm for years, and she said she's never had that issue. She says, "Now I don't know what happens if you have an accident." I said, "Well, hopefully we won't have any more accidents." But right now, State Farm is my new insurer. And I wanted to go with USAA, but I've called them so many times, and they've always been higher than any other company. And a lot of people say, "Oh, I get great rates with them," and I'm like, I don't know. Maybe they don't like the area I live in. I'm not sure, but USAA is all. I think that when you go to the different parts of Florida, maybe if you're near military bases or something, maybe their rates are lower. But South Florida. And that was my other thing. I was thinking because I'm in South Florida, maybe that's why Geico's rates keep going up because, of course, I'm stuck between the young people that are driving like maniacs, and then there's a huge older population, and I'm in the middle of the two. But that wasn't so. Not with State Farm. They made me very happy. I'm a happy, happy lady. Oh, Angela, you have USAA? Yeah, I think some places. My friend has had USAA. This USAA was at the time when my friend was with USAA. They were only, I think, only at that time. Now this is a gazillion years ago, but at the time it was only for officers. And then I don't know when they changed it to include enlisted people. And now it's anybody related to the military. But I just have never gotten good rates from them. So I just have an account with them and a credit card, and that's it. Because they don't give me any kind of good rates. So knock on wood, hopefully State Farm will stay low like this for a long time. And I'm very, very happy. And four of my friends asked for the lady's information. So I haven't heard back from any of them. So I don't know if they called or not, but I gave them the information. Just have to always be ready to move on. I'm not beholden to nobody for no reason when it comes to my money. And all these insurance companies pretty much are apples to apples. I think the only difference I found with the State Farm was that they pay 80% of the car rental. I said, hopefully I'll never have to use it. But if I do, I'll be all right. And then I switched my daughter, told her to switch over also. And she saved, um, it had to be about the same amount of money. And I was like, this is crazy, crazy. Almost $200 a month for car insurance. That's crazy. And then when I called, she's like, well, let me see what we can do to lower your insurance. Well, you can do this driver safety class online and it'll save you $11. I said, oh, my insurance is going to go up $30 more, but this class is going to save me $11. Okay, no, that's not working for me. Hello, CJ Spicy. I am making just a plain scarf for my for the charity. So I'm just doing half double crochet. That's all. I think this is I'm behind because I was supposed to be doing a scarf every that scarf. Mm. I was supposed to be doing a scarf every week. So I'm behind on my scarves. But I want to get at least 10 of them done so I can send them in for the foster children. And then I started doing this one so that when I watch the football game tonight, it's something I can do and I don't have to worry about messing up the stitches. I can just keep working. And before I know it, it'll be finished and I can start on another one. We've had rain, rain, rain all week long. I don't think they have any more tropical storms coming through, but I know they're into the Greek alphabets now. And a whole lot of destruction from the hurricanes that have gone by. And they haven't been really strong, but they've certainly caused a lot of damage. And those fires, oh my goodness, those fires. And they talked about the people that did the gender reveal party up there and caused another huge fire that burned down so many homes. I was like, who in their right minds would be doing a gender reveal fire? I mean, gender reveal party using something that will catch fire when you know there's all these fires going on. Totally irresponsible. Oh, who's playing? UM and Florida State. So, of course, I will be rooting for UM. This would have been a game that I would have loved to have attended, but I don't plan to be anyone's. I don't care if they only have 11,000 people in there. Nope. I stay my distance from people as much as possible. And I go out for necessity reasons only. And if I can send my daughter, I send her. Can't take any chances with this. I'm hoping UM wins. They played pretty good these past last week. They played really good. And Florida State played really bad. So I'm hoping UM comes out the winner. My favorite time of the year, football season. All the other sports can just take a seat. They have, I think all of the sports are playing. Basketball, football, hockey, and baseball. Yep. They're all playing. I think hockey is still, I don't know. I don't follow hockey, so I don't know. But for some reason I'm thinking that they are playing. I could be wrong. So what else is going on in your neck of the woods? Anybody want to tell me? Florida is hot and rainy. That's all that's going on in Florida. Hot and rainy. I think we're in the 80s. Still hit some 90s, but I think pretty much in the 80s mostly. Probably November we'll get to the 70s. November or December. We'll be in the 70s. You sad they have to play, but you with you with me, Sonia. Say football every day, all day. Yes, ma'am. I am definitely a football fan, and I'm Miami. I'll watch the Marlins if they go to the World Series. I'll watch the Heat if they're in the finals, but I don't watch the whole game. I watch the last few minutes of it because I can't sit through that back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And I don't think I've watched. I probably watched the Panthers when they were in the Stanley Cup or whatever it's called. I think it's called the Stanley Cup. But football, I am there. Oh, Tennessee is what part of Tennessee? But your weather is going to change soon. You are going to get some really cold weather. My friend went to, I think she went to Tennessee on vacation last year, and she was up there in the mountains. I was like, girl, not me. I don't do those mountains. Oh, you're in Nashville. Oh, you're in a big city. Something, didn't you all have something that happened in, I can't remember. Something happened in Tennessee, but I can't remember. There's so much stuff that goes on in all these places. It's too hot, too much to keep track of. Oh no, I think it was in Memphis. Maybe it happened in Memphis. Something happened in Memphis. I can't remember. I have CRS. And if you don't know what that is, ask somebody. Lawrence Fishburne said CRS, and he said something else about seeing, but I can't remember what he said. It was very funny though. He's supposed to have a spinoff from they had Blackish, Grownish, and now they're going to have Oldish, I think he said. Oh, was it a tornado? Mm. Uh, I didn't think we had tornadoes in Florida until one of them actually came through. I was like, Florida has tornadoes? So we have hurricanes and tornadoes? My goodness. But I'll take a hurricane. At least you can prepare. If you have to evacuate, you have time because it's not like it's gonna sneak up on you, but a tornado will sneak up on you. And earthquakes. Mm-mm-mm. And lucky it's been rainy, 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 so you don't have to worry about fires. It's just the ground stays wet. You just have to be well hydrated if you spend any time outside because it's definitely hot when it's hot. Oh no, not U of M, the U, CJ, the U. It's all about the U. So excited. You're up there with that Canadian weather, Michigan. When I used to hear people say, "Oh yeah, you can go to Canada from Michigan," I was like, "How you go to Canada from Michigan?" And then I looked at the map. I was like, "Oh, okay, it's right there." That's one of the places I want to go to Canada. I want to go, but I want to go to the English speaking part. I don't want to go to the French part. I don't want to try to figure out what the heck they're saying. I've been, I went to Brussels when I was in the army, and that was just, I had no clue what the people were saying. I wanted to get gas. I did not understand what they were saying. They didn't understand what I was saying. I didn't know how to determine what kind of gas to get. It was a mess. But I can always say I've been there. I used to have a t-shirt, but I outgrew that t-shirt. CJ, you're originally from where? Hello, Sandy. Miss Left is Right Crochet. How are you tonight? Thanks for joining me. Oh, you have a son at U of M. Okay. What's his major? Mm-mm. Yeah, I should have this scarf done by the end of the game. I should have this scarf done. What are the Michigan? Are they the Trojans or I forgot what they are? No, I think the California team are the Trojans. I don't know what they are. Oh, you're better than you have any right to be? No, no. You are better because you have the right to be better. But I'm glad you're better. I want to take a long time off and just be able to rest, but that's an oxymoron. I don't even know what that means. Because even when I was off, because you stay up too late, then you sleep a little bit, then you get up, and then you're up for 16, 17 hours. You never get those. They say, oh, you should have at least 6 to 8 hours of sleep. I was like, huh, those were the good old days. When I was young, I can get all that sleep. Now I don't sleep that long. Mm-mm. I bought some wine-colored yarn. I'm going to make a scarf using that yarn as well, so I can offset all of this red. I just want to find a pretty pattern. I do have a pattern. Once I get it started, I can pretty much go with it, but I just have to get it started. But I have to work on that GraphGAN just to see, because it's going to be so odd looking. I'm hoping that my mistakes gives it a unique look. Oh, that's great, Sandy. She said she was just saying it. She had a wonderful week. Mm-mm. I'm going to borrow your wonderful week for next week because that's all I can pray for. It's a good week. I have to, I see my, I have a doctor's appointment on Monday and it'll be a virtual appointment. I haven't seen my PCP. She's retiring at the end of the year. And, because of the big COVID pandemic, I haven't been able to see her, but it'll be a Zoom appointment. So at least I'll get to see her. But she will be retiring. I don't know who's taking over her practice. I'll be asking all of that Monday. But she should be able to tell us now who's taking over her practice. And then I'm going to see the dentist. I might need braces because my overbite is becoming more of an overbite. Now I'm uncomfortable with it. I don't know. I don't know if my jaws are shifting or what's going on, but my overbite is a much more of an overbite than it's been in my entire life. So I will start the week off with a bang. We will see. don't even, I dread the thought of even at my age having braces. And I really dread the thought of the price of them. Oh, Wolverines. That's what yes, I remember that now. Yeah, I'm doing one of her, Sonia, I'm doing one of the Divas Grafkins. I did my Prince one. I don't know if you, where is my Prince one? I don't know where it is now. Oh, there it is. Let me get that. Ah. And I still haven't done, I was doing a back for it, but I haven't finished it yet. Where is it? There it is. That was one of hers. Oh, can you see it? I love, 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 love this. And I bought a big pillow and I was doing a back for it so so it'll be a pillow for me. But of course, I haven't finished the back. So much to do, such little time to do it. Hello, Cynthia. Thanks for joining me. How are you tonight? Are you working on anything? Thank you. I got Shauna's book for making Grafgans, and I ordered the PC Stitch. But my daughter has looked at it and worked on it to see how it works, but she hasn't done anything since that one day. But I want to learn how to do my own Grafgans just to have something else to keep me occupied, because God willing, in 8 years, I can say I am retired. And I'll be so happy. I just want to have my health, be able to take care of myself, and still be able to crochet. Oh, you're doing a festival shawl. Oh, okay. I'm going to do this. I found a pretty shawl. Because I have written patterns from years and years and years ago, and I'll go through my book and pull one out. Oh, I forgot this was here. Because way back when I was reading patterns, a lot of stuff I was like, I don't understand that. And then with the invent of YouTube, then a whole lot of stuff became clearer for me, because then I could actually see someone doing it. So that helped me a lot with crocheting. It took me from just doing Afghans to being able to make tops, shoes, not shoes, well, sandals. I've done sandals, slippers, halter tops, um, fingerless gloves, a whole lot of stuff that when I was reading the patterns, I was like, that's too complicated. I don't understand that. Especially the first time I got a pattern that had front post and back post, I had absolutely no clue what that meant. But I know it now. Oh, you've been watching oh yeah, because she has a lot of small ones because that's what I started doing. I um, went on her Facebook and I printed off the heart one, and I did that one first. It turned out okay, but I can look at it now and say, okay, I did this wrong and that wrong, but I was happy that I even was able to do that. It was my very first. And then I did the African one, Africa one. And I said, okay. And I wanted to do the love one, but then when I saw the black, I was like, oh my goodness, I can't see these little boxes. I have to figure out how to count these boxes, be able to see them. So I think I might still do that one. The one that I'm doing now, it is 130 by 130. It's huge. And I'm still so mad that I messed up on my count because it is so off. Like one side of it is right, the count is right. Then the other side, the count is wrong. So I've been improvising, to say the least, to try to make it resemble anything like it should. But I'm gonna finish it just to see what it looks like. But I'm gonna do it all over again because it's a gift that I plan to give to someone, and I want it to be beautiful. And she did a GraphGam for a scarf, a print scarf. So I bought that one, and I want to make that one. I was doing it, and yet again I missed the count, and then all my yarn was all tangled up, and I just got tired of it because I was disgusted that I had missed that count, and I just cut off all the tangled yarn, and I took it, chunked it, the whole thing, and put it all in the garbage, and I said I will work on it later when my mind is in that zone. So, to say the least, that was money down the drain because all of that yarn went right into the garbage. But I'd rather mess up my own stuff than to mess up. I'm inspiring you. Oh, good, 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 good. Yeah, if you go onto her Facebook page and look at the patterns that she has there, the Graphican University Facebook page, and just print them off and just look at her videos and see how she does it. Like the one I'm doing now, she does that what does she call it? Lock, stop, lock and drop, something like that. I forget how she says it. But when I do, it seems to make my stitches bigger and looks off to me. So I stopped doing it. So the one that I'm doing now, I was doing that, and then I stopped doing it in the middle of making this one that I'm working on. So I want to see what it looks like. The one thing that I have been learning as I'm messing up this GraphGAN that I'm doing is really looking at the GraphGAN so you'll know exactly how much yarn you'll need and when you'll finish these little areas. That way you don't have a bazillion strings hanging. And the way she teaches you how to weave in those ends makes it a lot better so that you don't have a lot of strings, a lot of ends hanging. So that helped me a lot. So it's good to see how other people do. That's why I watch so many different channels, because everybody crochets differently and you learn a little bit from this one and a little bit from that one. And you can take a piece of this one and a piece of that one and make whatever you want to with it. Because nobody has the rights to the way you crochet. This is your masterpiece. Mm. There's a lot of details in. Are you talking about there's a lot of details? Let me see. I've been working. Busy working our beds. Trying to get my hair trimmed. Tomorrow work on hopefully getting done sooner than later. Watching a lot of tutorials. Oh, okay. Yeah. Are you talking about a lot of details with the GraphGANs? They're fun. I mean, once you finish it and you see it, even when you're working on it and you can actually see what you're working on, it's such an unbelievable feeling when it's finished and you look at it, it's like, wow, I did that. Even my little pillows, I was happy. I did that. Let me see. Am I gonna go in there? Let's see. Nah, I'm not gonna go in there. Yes, so get inspired if it's something you want to do. And I watched, even though I watched Shauna do her GraphGANs, I still watched other um, GraphGAN tutorials. Because like I said, everybody does things differently, and you learn from this one to do it this way or that way, or you learn something else that might help you. Like one, and I don't even remember what um, crochet channel it was, but it was one thing that I really liked when she did her yarn, the color change, the yarn change. She would take her tail and make a long tail, and when she did her change, she would use her tail to change her color and lock that in that way, and then just continue on with the yarn that you're using. I hope I didn't that was that you can understand that. But when I saw that, I was like, that's smart. That way it definitely, won't come loose because you used your tail as your um when you did your change, you used the tail to start your first stitch. And some people carry the colors, and Shauna said she might carry over 3 stitches, but usually no more than 3 stitches. But it's, everybody does things differently. But what I'm definitely trying to figure out the better way to have all of those different colors, especially if you have like the one that I'm doing now has five five colors, 5 or 6 colors. So you have to. I tried using the bobbins, and I didn't like that at all. And the way Shauna does it, she doesn't use the bobbins at all. She just has those strings all over the place, everywhere, which it does work, but I find I get mine tangled up a lot. So now I just try to untangle them as I turn from one side, try to keep them as straight as possible when I'm turning, but doesn't always work out. Then you end up just going on, and then before you know it, you got a big old chunk of glob of yarn all together that you got to untangle again. Oh, do you carry that? That's what I was saying. I I'm gonna stick with the way Shauna does it and carry no more than the over 3 stitches. But because you really don't want to, especially if it's something that you plan to sell, you want to make it as professional as possible. And that's the hard thing. You don't want the yarns, all these different colors bleeding into or bleeding out that you see it. So that's what I try to um, stick to the minimum of carrying. But I'm learning every day what works and what doesn't work. I say with anything, until you do it yourself, you won't know what works for you because everything isn't for everybody. But I really do enjoy doing. I'm just amazed that when I saw my prints, when I finished that Prince thing, I was so happy with myself. So I'm a big Prince fan. Love my Prince. They just did I follow um um I guess it's Paisley Park, but anyway, they do on YouTube. They just did his concert that he did, Sign of the Time in 1987. It was New Year's Eve, and he had Miles Davis playing. Oh my goodness, it was so. I've seen him in concert, but those were his later years. I never saw him in his younger years. I just followed him always, and I'm like floored. And they did Maya, what's her name? Maya Rudolph. Maya Rudolph interviewed his band members and to talk about how they did it and how he would direct the band. He put up his hands. You knew how many times you had to do that tune because he would put up 5 or something. And so as I'm watching the video, then I'm remembering how they said what he did to change to do the tunes and all. It was interesting to get a little bit of background of the genius called Prince, as he was. And he had Sheila E. And Sheila E., if you know anything about Sheila E., she plays drums, and she was singing. And when she came out to sing, he went in the back to play the drums. I was like, wow, 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 wow. What a talent. Piano, guitar, drums, whatever it is, he played it. A truly gifted person. Truly gifted. That's why he was the Purple Highness. Hello, Lily. Lisa. Lily. Is it Lily and Lisa? How are you? You too, Cynthia. Have a great evening. Thanks for joining me. Yes, my prince. I tell you, he left his mark on this earth, that's for sure. Oh, Lily for Lisa. Okay, I got it. Yeah, it was Thursday night that they did the thing for Prince and that was the same night Miami Dolphins played, but I had to watch Prince before I could watch the game. And I was not disappointed. It was so good. And my bestie and I went to Paisley. I'm sure if you've been on my channel long enough, you've heard my story about Paisley Park. But we went there, and when that concert that he did was at Paisley Park. And when I'm watching it, I was like, man, I was inside of that. If I was in Minnesota, every time those purple lights came on, I would be in that building. That has got to be, yeah, I mean, a concert. You are in there with Prince and his band, and to have Miles Davis. Oh my goodness, that was some kind of awesome. Both of them are gone. I tell you, but it put a smile on my face for a little while. Did a little dancing. It was so worth it. Oh, all right. I'm gonna get your name right, Lisa. I'm gonna get your name right. I'm just gonna say Lisa. How's that? Is it Lisa, 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 Lisa? What was the name of that group? I can't even remember the name of the group. Lisa, Lisa, and I can't remember the name of the group. Ugh, too many years gone by since I've heard them, but all right, ladies. I am going to go and watch some of the game and finish this scarf. And I appreciate you all for coming to join me. And I hope you all finish whatever projects you're working on. And if you want to do a GraphGAN, I'd love to see what you do. So you all have a great evening. Thanks for joining me. And I will see you all next week. Take care. Bye-bye.